My name is Sakxay Seng Aloun. I'm the Chief Audit Executive of TCR TangChareon Group Company.
So how long have you been here? Because I heard that you've been moving back and forth. You travel all the time.
I've been back to Laos for almost a year and a half now. So I gotta say, I give the credit to all my teams and my family. I've been helping out. I've been taking up some responsibility on the marketing and the whole internal audit systems. So far so good.
Okay. And what kind of businesses does your family and you manage now?
I'm looking over the whole TCR Group company, and one of the things that we get from EXPO last year is the people finally realize that Amali Wangwiang, Jamasak Grand Hotel, TCR Home Store, and Fanship Supermarket, or even Fanship Mall is actually under TCR Group company. And the thing is, there's a few people, the few business, they would come up to our booth last year and say, I did business with TCR Group. What is TCR Home Store? And then when they realize that we're actually the same family, they're willing to further the relationship and to make up a deal, I suppose.
So if I remember right, last year it was our first show here in Laos from DCG, and thank you for joining. I think you had about 18 meters squared, and this year we're doing it again, obviously bigger and better at the NCC. But you guys chose to be silver sponsors this year with even bigger space. What are you going to do, and why did you choose to be silver sponsors?
Yes, the thing is, one of the things my dad always loved to say is, once you take care of the relationship take care of the deal. So I'm not saying that everything is about deal or business, but that is truly is about creating value. You can walk around the whole home store and you can ask them, what is TCR Group? And they can simply answer, it's about giving value. So before we talk about that, my dad mentioned this, and actually I think he might forgot it, but I love to write it down. So I noted it down, and he mentioned TCR Group is all about fulfill kind of dream, refuel the joy, and serve value, distribute value. That's what we are trying to do, right? TCR Group company, we build road, we build buildings, and right now we have TCR Home Store, where we believe when people walk in, they can build their dream house. And then of course we have Fanship Supermarket, where when you see a child or a family walk in the Fanship Mall or Fanship Supermarket, it's not only about selling, it's not only about they go in and buy food, it's about what you can give to people, to family in the house. So it's bigger than what we see. We believe in the future. That is my dad's visions. And it's been 25 years. So when you got approached us last year, we see potential. So simply, if I cut it short, we want to be a part of this great thing. We want to be a part of this future. And most importantly, we want to make sure that people know we are here to serve.
Oh, that's a great answer. What kind of activities are you going to be doing this year for the Home Loans and Lifestyle Show?
Yes, of course, we're going to have some promotions, ongoing promotion during the event itself. So if you go to the event, of course, you might be lucky enough to get some great promotions.
You're doing some giveaways, correct?
Yes, of course.
Yes. Tell us what kind of giveaways you're going to be doing this year.
Well, I have to keep it a secret, but I can tell everybody it's going to be fun.
It's going to be
right?
fun.
But moreover, it's not only just on the event itself. What we can do is, Japanese Grand Hotels, hospitality is a part of our business, right? On the day itself, you might have a chance. We're not only just going to do giveaway. We're going to do some activity that can make sure in the future we can have partnership with people in the event itself. So we're not just going to be there and say, this is what we're going to give you. We're going to be there especially the team that are gonna send there, are gonna make sure they are there to build great relationship.
That's excellent. So you're using the Ulala platform to do a lot of branding, I would assume,
Yes.
to connect with people, with over 8,000 people coming. Um, why would you recommend the expo to people, specifically to come and see you this year?
Yes. So I've been walking around asking for feedback from my team about last year event, right? So instead of just me saying it, I actually heard from my teams, and one of the things that they mentioned is how great you guys did the zone organizings. So instead of just walking in and people say this is the expo and there's so many booths, people can walk in and they can easily find the business they want to connect with. And that's one of the great things, not only from people who join the event, also for the business that partnership with Ulala. So we last year, one of the things that my team mentioned is the the business themselves actually walk around sharing contact, and it's just imagine when your zone is almost the same business, it's so much easier to connect instead of just walk around and we have no idea what this booth is about. But we know that the company next to our booth is actually or maybe doing exactly the same thing that we do. And at the end of the day, like I mentioned, I believe in creating value, and I truly wish people in Laos understand, or people overseas can see that there's so many great company in Laos, and we are out there. We're working hard to build, to serve, and of course to make it better. So on the event itself, to see so many great company, to see so many great Laos company gathered together under the same roof, that itself is something that I wish many Laos people would go and experience themselves.
Okay, I see. And so we do have some very big companies joining us. You've been part of it actually.
Yes.
And also, one of our goals is to bring those people together, demand and supply together. How would you advise, or how would you tell the people about our marketing? Obviously, we're doing marketing on newspapers, on billboards, on radio, on Facebook. This year we're bringing 8,000 people. Last year we brought about 3,000. Share your expertise. You, a marketing person, share your expertise with us. How do you think we're doing with marketing wise?
So truly, I would say I'm extremely grateful and glad that you guys doing all these things. Marketing is something that is easier to analyze, but it's so much harder to actually execute. And I think you guys did a great job. Everybody can come up with the idea that we can bring all the great business under the same roof. But Ulala is the one who make it happen last year and this year to come, right? So, and after being working with you, Lauren, for almost a year now, right? It's not only about the plan. It's not only about like this is what we're gonna do and what we're gonna get, but it's about you guys have a vision and you guys want to create it. And when two companies realize that even though we are two different business, what we are looking at the same future, that itself is one of the main reasons why I'm sitting right here. And one of the reasons why my company say is my dad or my brother say, Sakxay, you're the perfect guy to take care of this part. And that's why we keep have a meeting, that's why we keep moving forward, and I hope in the future we partner up and do even great things.
I'm 100% behind that. I know that. You've just opened Friendship. You just opened
Friendship Supermarket.
Friendship Supermarket. I had the pleasure of going there twice, and not only I love your product, I love your prices, I love how everything is organized. How did you come up with this idea, and what made you do this?
So we gotta go back a bit. So we are a small company from southern Laos. We're not a big company from the capital of Laos. And we always believe in relationship and bring more values. So we first opened home store 2 years back. Now it's been almost 2 years. And of course, when people walk in home store, we wish that they can start to see their dream house. They want to make what we're gonna call. We might have a new marketing that's called walk-in home store, fulfill your dream house. So I need to come with a better face, right? But
I like
yeah. So, but then of course, when you have a house, when you have a roof, when you have a family, the next thing you want is your food, decorations, and That's where the friendship supermarket come. You have to buy everyday food. You can, we have a lot of choice for children also. That's one of the things. If you go around and walk around shopping mall, supermarket, you might see a kids zone, but in friendship supermarket, you will see the kids zone is actually bigger than normal because we believe that is the heart of family. So we try to bring the good traditions. Everything that we put it on the shelf or what we try to sell, you want to make sure that it's not only provide value, but it could possibly can bring some positivity to the people who walk into the building.
I love your energy. So you believe in good values. You believe in
We believe in
family
good values, yes.
And I think this is reflective upon your company that you manage and the people that you employ. That's fantastic. If you would give one reason for people to come to your store, whether it's prices or services, what would that be?
Well, so of course things take time. I wouldn't say that everything that I'm about to say is already achieved. But I want people to walk in home store or Sakxay or Amali Wang Wiang or even Friendship Supermarket or Friendship Mall or even just my office. I want people to know that when they walk in, we care.
You care.
That's it.
So what is the future looking like for you guys? You're a young CEO.
Yes.
And you're an ambitious CEO, I would imagine, with a lot of manpower and behind you.
The CAE.
CAE. Sorry, CAE. And how do you visualize the future for TCR Group?
Well, it's, 2 words: realistically optimistic. So I'm not gonna go around and say, "Yo, guys, we're gonna do a great job." I'm gonna tell them. They're going to be obstacles, they're going to be issue, but we are here to overcome it. I mean, we love and respect what's going on around the world right now, the COVID-19, and a lot of business. We as hospital, one of our business is hospitality. You can imagine how much impact we got from the COVID-19. We have sometimes we have to close down the hotel for almost a month or two. Even the supermarket and the store itself, we have to close it down for almost a month. So it was not easy. And you see, the smile I have on my face is not because things are going great. It's because I'm here and as one of the leaders, I'm not trying to fake and let everybody think that it's going to be fine. But the smile I have on my face is a smile of hope. I want to make sure that everybody under the TCR group know that yes, it's going to be hard. In fact, we are suffering from it. Everybody is. Every company in Laos is suffering from COVID-19. Even people with a small business, SME, they have to close down. But at the same time, what is the point of complaining? We know it's the issue. We know it's here. The next thing is what we're going to do about it. And what we choose to do, what TCR chooses to do is to head on, look at it, see what we can do, and make sure that we don't lose our visions.
That's great. Talking about the future, so hopeful future with realistic success. We've been. I know that you've been working with Ulala a little bit. There's a store. How do you see this period with TCR and the Ulala platform working together?
And truthfully, you have to admit that it's still undergoing period, right? So it's gonna take a while, and all great things take time. That's why it's been a year now. It's gonna be a few years to come. But it's because we start early. Like you mentioned before the interview, Lawrence, you say we have to start early, not because we think it's great, but because if we start early, we have more chance and we have more opportunity to correct our mistake. And that is what I'm trying to tell TCR culture is. You make a mistake, good, talk about it, move on.
So, okay.
Yeah.
And as a marketing expert, what would you advise Lao and Lao business owners, marketing wise, how to succeed? There's a lot of Facebook content out there.
Yes.
I have some stats about Facebook, obviously, but how would you advise the community about marketing?
Well, first of all, I don't even consider myself as a marketing expert. I have to give all credit to my teams, right? I'm simply consider myself as one of the leader, and I love to say the words. I can be a leader without any title, right? As long as I can bring the good value and make sure that everybody has the same vision. But if there's one thing I can share with everybody watching this video right now, and that's it. Marketing is not about what you can give and take. Marketing is about when you give and then you ask. When I ask you for some things, you don't have no obligation to say yes. But if I keep giving, and then I say, now I give you so much, I want to take something. That itself is insincere, right? So my whole idea is you have to give, and then you ask. When you ask, some people might feel happy enough to, okay, you know what? I've been receiving so many value. I want to help you back. So that is the kind of relationship we want to create with our clients, with our customer. That basically they feel happy to be a part of the business, be a part of the transactions. I don't want to feel bad, so they have to do something with us. So instead of just, to cut it short, instead of just thinking that I give you so much, you have to give something back. Think, if you just give it and there's nothing in return, are you happy with this thing that you're giving out?
Okay, all right.
I understand this is a really weird concept, especially
No,
for
you know,
marketer.
you care. It seems like you care about your audience. You care about your customers, and you're not in it to take. You're in it to give, and to form networks and relationships. And I respect that.
Yes.
I respect that.
And it's honestly, that approach is gonna take much longer than normal approach, right? It's because by building a relationship, it takes a lot longer. But TCR have been doing business for 25 years, and if there's a few things I can learn from the founder, it's this. It's better to take care of the business than to go straight and take care of the deal.
Just before we end it, then I want to ask you about your products. You know, over here it's a very price-sensitive market. People are competing with bottom-line prices, and you seem to have a different approach where you are more customer-centric, customer-focused after sales, and obviously this has a cost to it.
Yes, definitely.
And then this has to be reflective upon your initial purchase.
Yes.
How do you manage this? How do you manage your after service? How do you tell the market that yes, this is a little bit more expensive, but you know you have all of these benefits around this, including after service, quality control, and so forth. How do you tell the market about quality versus cost?
Well, you have to understand that the price is something that we truly understand, that we can't just be like, hey, our price high but be better. We can never do that. We can't say we have a better service even though our price is higher, because we're doing our best. Team is doing our best to make sure the price not. We actually, some of the products is actually lower than the market, right? I give you an example is, if you walk around and you see bed or the mattress, we want to make sure that the price is lower than the market, because back again, that's what the family need. We want to make sure a family walk in, I say they like this bed, especially like a child bed, right? They want to buy this and they want to give it to their child. So those things that can bring happiness to our customer, we make sure the price low. So it's help them make decisions. And of course, there's few things that we're doing our best to lower the price. But like you mentioned, how how can we tell them or make them know that we care? Well, by our small daily actions. If you notice one thing, every single day, either it's here or back in the office, the moment I walk in, no matter how busy I am, no matter it's raining or storming, I would walk in. The first thing I do, I would put my hand up and I would say sabadi to every single person in the room. No matter it's a reception, no matter it's my dad himself, because it's the small daily actions. That's the only way to prove that we care. We can't go around and tell people that we care. So I can totally understand if someone say that it's easier to say than done. And for us, it say yes, it's hard. That's why we start right now.
Action speaks louder than
Definitely.
words. Excellent. If you had one recommendation about going to the show this year, and especially with all this COVID, but if you had one recommendation for the audience, what would that be?
For the audience or the business?
Yeah, if you had a recommendation to coming to the Home Loans and Lifestyle Show this year in December, what would that be?
Well, I suppose, of course, you're gonna have a great times. You're gonna find some good deal. That's one thing you're gonna have for sure. And the second thing I suppose is, don't forget your name card, and make sure that you have fun by build the relationship. Spend some time at each business. And most importantly, I truly wish, and I empathize on this, I want Laos people to go there and see how many great business, how many great Lao business or Laos company are there. That alone make me happy. When I walk in, I see so many great companies, especially Laos company. I want Lao people to think that it's something to be proud of. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Lauren.
Appreciate this.